An atheist, a Muslim, and the Mechanicsburg Halloween Parade. Good evening, I'm Valerie Pritchett.
Almost sounds like the makings of a joke. Good evening, I'm Dennis Owens. But non-believers are not laughing about a confrontation. They insist what's really frightening, the way a mid-state judge ruled on it. They're the parading atheists of central Pennsylvania. There was a zombie pope and a zombie Muhammad.
I am the prophet Muhammad, zombie from the dead.
And on YouTube, you can catch a scary moment. Listen closely, it's dark and distorted, but a Muslim man comes off the curb extremely offended at Muhammad being depicted in this way.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey!
Zombie Muhammad is Ernie Pierce.
He grabbed me, choked me from the back, spun me around to try to get my sign off that was wrapped around my neck.
The Muslim man and Pierce both called police to report a crime. Both kept walking, and a few blocks later found Sergeant Brian Curtis. He talked to both and came to this conclusion.
Mr. Pierce has the right to do what he did that evening, and the defendant in this case was wrong in what he did in confronting him.
Talag ELBAYOMY was charged with harassment, but District Judge Mark Martin threw it out after criticizing Pierce, the victim. He even called him a doofus. That audio is also on YouTube. Martin, who has done several tours of duty in the Middle East, said Pierce would be put to death in those societies for that crime. But Pierce wonders why that's relevant in this country.
He let a man who was Muslim, because of his preference of his culture and his way of life, walk free from an attack.
Our Mark Thomas represented ELBAYOMY and applauds the judge.
I think this was a good dressing down by the judge. The so-called victim was the antagonist. We introduced evidence that clearly showed his attitude toward Muslims. The judge didn't do anything that I wouldn't have done if I had been in his same position.
Though ELBAYOMY denied touching Pierce at trial, Sergeant Curtis says he admitted grabbing Pierce's sign and beard on the night of the incident.
I believe that I brought a case that showed proof beyond a reasonable doubt, and the case was dismissed, and I was disappointed.
These atheists know that some consider them obnoxious and offensive, but say in this country, that's legal.
We understand that Muslims are extremely sensitive, but this is America, and you need to get over the sensitivity and take out your opposition in peaceful ways, not by attacking people physically.
Talag ELBAYOMY said he was at the parade with his wife and 2 kids and felt he just had to do something. In fact, he too called the police because he thought it was a crime for someone to depict Muhammad in such a way. He has since learned otherwise. Well, more